What's going on, everybody? Rob here, aka Trev2323. Some people say this is how I talk, like warm butter on a hot tortilla. Okay, what this video is about is I'm going to show you how to make corn tortillas. I made about 16 to 18 fresh corn tortillas right here that I'm gonna put in a Ziploc in the freezer. Now, a corn tortilla is the base. If you're gonna make nachos, if you're gonna make tostadas, you start with a corn tortilla. So during the pandemic, El Milagro, the main company that makes these, went out of business. So I decided to learn how to make my own. It is super simple. Now, all tortillas taste different. These are an organic one that I made. Organic and low sugar. 0.256 milligrams of sugar per tortilla. Flour tortillas are the devil. They are so amazing, but they're so fattening. One flour tortilla has like 25 grams of sugar in it. You'll put a little bit of sugar in this if you want, but me watching my carbs and my sugars all the time, you can pull one of these out, put some cheese on it, put some avocado on it, have it for breakfast with your eggs, put a piece of meat in it. That's all low carb. Everybody, Rob here, aka Trev2323, TREV2323. All right, I don't want to say I'm a prepper, but I do try to make stuff and grow my own stuff and use my own solar power. And one thing is, when stuff hit the fan last time with COVID, you could not get any corn tortillas. I mean, it just was unreal. Now there's still a limit on corn tortillas. So what I'm doing today is I'm making my own corn tortillas. Now, why I got Bob's Red Mill is because they're organic corn tortillas. It's organic masa harina. Masa harina. You could get this from the Mexican store. You can make these yourself. So this is organic masa harina. But I'm gonna go ahead and check to see how the regular non-organic one is, how much the price on that one is. One thing I don't like about this is there's expiration dates on the masa harina. And it's just flour and cornmeal. So I got a whole bunch of the tall mason jars. I'm gonna put it in my mason jars and cap it in my mason jars. Now there's an adapter to the that thing that seals your meats. There's an adapter where you can get all the air out the mason jar. So I'm gonna do that with this, okay? So what we're gonna do with this is you need 2 cups of your masa harina. 2 cups of your masa harina. It's between 1 1/4 cup and 2 cups. So I just got 2 cups of warm water already, but between 1 1/4 cups and 2 cups, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. But I got sea salt right here. I got fine sea salt. So you're gonna put your 2 cups of your masa harina. This is a corn masa, and it got I think it's baker's lime. That's what's in here. But that's what they make all the corn tortillas with. So I wanted to learn how to make them from scratch, but that is entirely too hard for me. I'm actually thinking about buying a mill so I could, just a little one, so I could refine my own stuff. But for right now, I'm just purchasing masa harina. Now, before I put that in, I'm gonna put the 1/4 teaspoon of salt in here. Okay, you don't want your tortillas too salty. And then I'm gonna put about 1.25 cups. They're so easy to make. 1.25 cups of warm water in here. Now this is where I'm gonna speed up, because now you just start mixing this around. This Bob's Red Mill, see, you just start mixing it around. It starts to absorb all the water that's in there. And this is, like I said, I went with this. Oh, it just absorbed all the water, completely all the water. And why I went with this is because it was organic. So that's why I went with Bob's Red Mill. A spot of dryness or a spot of wetness. See, it's still a little bit dry. I'm almost at 2 cups. But you don't want it soggy wet on itself. That's all I'm doing now, folding it over on itself. Grab some of the little stuff that is here. And then you just make sure you mix it really good. Now, you gotta be patient here. We'll make it into one solid ball. And then you gotta put it to the side and let it rest for 1 hour. But you don't just let it rest for 1 hour. You gotta get yourself a damp cloth. Little damp cloth. Damp this just a little bit. Place it over the top. Alright, I put paper towels. I put damp paper towels over it. And I had my Alexa set a timer for me for 1 hour. Now this is where you get your bag ready. A lot of people reuse them. This is just a little trick that people do. For the life of me, I cannot find my tortilla press right now. Look at it, just like butter cutting that. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Alright, so that's the top part. Then you gotta cut the side parts off also. I call myself a wasteful American because this is a trick that a lot of people use. And they wash the bags and they just leave them with their tortilla maker. Because this is what you put your tortilla in to smash it. And then this way it don't stick to anything. You put your tortilla right in here and then you smash it. For the life of me, I cannot find more tortilla smasher. So I'm gonna... Okay, here we are. About 1 hour and 10 minutes later, I was editing videos. So I'm gonna go over to the stove right here. And I'm gonna turn on what's called the comal. See, I got my tortilla heater. How huge this is, old and used, but it still works great. It's insulated on the inside with styrofoam and a wicker on the outside. You can buy this. You could even buy these at Walmart. They're just heaters, warmers for my tortillas, for my quesadillas, the cheese and tortillas. Perfect for this right here. So right now, I'm just putting that on medium. That's just going on medium right here. I have my marble roller right here. For the life of me, my daughter's gonna kill me. I cannot find my tortilla smasher. She bought it for me. Alright, so the dough sat for an hour right here. Stiffened up a little bit. Let me get some little bit of water. Got a little bit of water right here. We're gonna work this in again a little bit more. It sat for an hour already. Alright, so what we're gonna try to do is squeeze it into a golf ball. Squeeze it into a golf ball. See, there's a golf ball. Wet your hands a little bit so you can moisten it up a little bit right now. And it's about the size of a golf ball right here. That's gonna be too big. I'm gonna take a little bit off. Little bit off. I don't like super huge tortillas personally. They say 5 to 6 inches. I prefer about a 5-inch tortilla. Alright, so I got that on a medium heat right there, just to get it warmed up. And then from the medium heat, I'm gonna go ahead and put it onto probably it's on medium. Medium is 5, so I'll put it on probably about a 3 when I'm ready to make these. So see, this is just, all this is right here is the Ziploc bag. You see me cut it right here. Put it right in the middle of this. And like that. Here's a trick right here. Right here. See the pan? See the tortilla? Smash the tortilla down. Turn it around. This pan is concaved in the middle. Okay. It's a little bit concaved right here, so it's not doing the whole thing. Another thing you can use is a cutting board. See, it's coming out. the tortilla smasher would have been the easiest. And then last but not least, you got your roller. Your roller isn't going to be as round as the regular ones, okay? Alright, so when you peel it back, there's your tortilla right there. Let me get you over here. We're just doing one of these. I'm going to make all these on my own. Peel it back right here. Let me bring it over here. Oh man, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Oh man, I spilled my coffee. Get the screen on. So that sounds like a medium heat right there. Taking it down to 3 or 4. And just putting it on right there. And I'm going to leave it on for about a minute. And then I'm going to flip it over. And then you'll notice when it's about done right here. Then I'll put some butter on it. Low fat organic butter is what I'm going to put on it. But I'm going to make all those tortillas right now. Then I got to heat all of them. Then I'm going to put them in a Ziploc bag and get all the air out the Ziploc bag. And then they'll be good whenever you need some. All you do is heat them up. And, you know, when they sell out at the stores, there's no sense in you not having none. I want to get my own mill. I want to get my own little mill so I could ground the white corn myself. And you have to put a little bit of lime in it, but the lime is a cooking lime. It's not what you use in your garden. Light corn butter. Let's see. 4 grams of total fat. 0 carbohydrates. I try to stay as light on the carbs and sugars as I can. Now this is an all organic one. This is not a non-organic one. Some of the non-organic ones you see puff up and all that. This is an organic tortilla. So it's a little bit more healthier for you, and that's what I prefer, the healthier stuff. Starting to bubble up. And there you see it starting to bubble up. This side actually. I prefer them a little bit thinner, so I gotta find my tortilla press. And this will taste better than any tortilla you buy from the store. The handmade flour ones, man, I love so much, but God, they go right here. I mean, they stick on your belly. It's like 26 grams of carbs, 25 grams of carbs or sugars per 1 flour tortilla. Okay, so these right here, well, they've puffed up now. A quarter cup of this flour is about a quarter cup. No, 1 cup of this flour. 1 cup of this corn flour is as much grams of carbs as 1 flour tortilla. Okay, so out of 1 cup of this, you could get 6 tortillas for the same amount of sugars that you can get from, you get about 6 tortillas for the same amount of sugars that you can get from a flour tortilla. That's gonna taste better than any store-bought tortilla you got. I get the recipes made. Subscribe, like, and share. Now, if you want it cheap and you like your corn tortillas and you want to taste a little bit like flour tortillas, I try to stay away from the sugars, but you could put a quarter teaspoon of sugar in your corn tortilla. Talk to you later. Subscribe, like, and share.